We the people have been crying to the heavens for a black version of the PlayStation 5 ever since the PlayStation 5 released. As of now, our prayers may have been answered. A team that goes by the name of Super 5 has made a PS2 themed retro style PlayStation 5 that is black. And I do have to say here, I absolutely love the way it looks with the black finish and the PlayStation logo at the bottom here. And for those of you that don't know, on the PlayStation 2, that PlayStation logo there, if I were to change the orientation of the console and if I want to put it down on a desk, I can actually change the orientation of the logo as well. That PlayStation logo flips. And I thought that's a neat little feature that not a lot of people knew about growing up. And for this to truly be a PS2 themed PlayStation 5, I really do hope that they added that little feature. Moving on to the DualSense controller, I really do like, again, that black finish. It looks very nice, and what a lot of people want as well. I do like the PlayStation logo there, and this controller is very reminiscent of the PlayStation 2. Again, I do have to say they nailed it with this PS2 themed PlayStation 5, but even outside of all that, just the PlayStation 5 unit being black like this, they nailed it. This is what people want from Sony themselves. Unfortunately, a lot of us may not get one, as there is only 304 of these units being made, and it's apparently a throwback to when the PS2 was originally released on March 4th, 2000. I should mention that these units are actually going on sale today as of the recording of this video, January 8th. And as I was doing this story, the article updated and it says here, according to Super 5, a staggering 54,000 were already on the wait list for the console 9 hours ago. And it's almost a given that the number will continue to rise as the black PS5 gets closer to being available. So by the time you watch this video, these PS2 themed black PlayStation 5 units would have completely sold out. I still do feel as though it's important to talk about because look at the sheer number of people waiting for the black PlayStation 5. 54,000 and counting. Sony, I think people would appreciate if you rolled out a black unit. It does need to be said that Super 5 is not associated with Sony in any way, shape, or form, so you are purchasing these units at your own risk. I do want to make clear that Super 5 is not actually running a service in which you are sending your PlayStation 5 unit and DualSense controller into them for them to change it into this PS2 themed unit. What's happening here is that you are purchasing a unit from them. So for those of you curious as to the price difference between the original PlayStation 5 and this PS2 themed PlayStation 5, it reads here. They'll be paying a premium of $99 for the DualSense controller that usually sells for $69 and $649 for the PlayStation 5 console that usually sells for $499. If you find yourself not being one of the lucky few that manages to snag this PS2 themed PlayStation 5 unit, D-Brand has actually come up with a solution themselves to turn your PlayStation 5 black, and that's with a matte black faceplate. As of the recording of this video, this matte black faceplate is not available just yet, but it is releasing sometime this year. And if you really wanted to, I guess you can probably find it on eBay or Amazon somewhere of a PlayStation logo, and I guess you can just super glue it on the bottom of your console if you really wanted to. D-Brand is a more familiar company, and this is going to be more accessible. You can go purchase a PlayStation 5, and if you already have a PlayStation 5, you're not going to need a new one. Instead, you can just purchase some faceplates. It'll come to you in the mail, and you can just slap them on. I do have to say what I am very curious about is if D-Brand has some form of affiliation with Sony, just because what I do know about is just last year Sony did completely shut down a retailer that was selling custom PlayStation 5 faceplates, so it's weird that D-Brand here is able to get away with it. I find it very strange that Sony even went in that direction, just because it's not like any internal components are being messing with that voids the warranty or in any way, but instead they're just faceplates. They're just you just take them off and slap some new ones on. So I don't understand why Sony was so upset by that. Sony, that's why go after them with lawsuits and threats and then shutting them down for something that you didn't do. You didn't make different colors for the PlayStation 5 units. So if some other company made faceplates, that's not that's on you. And if somebody wants to sell a faceplate, they should be able to do that as well. Sony, you have nothing to do with this transaction at this point. I purchased the device, it is now mine, and whoever is selling this faceplate has nothing to do with you. So I really don't understand that. If Sony was so vexed by it, make your own faceplate with various colors. Maybe I overlooked it, but I have not seen on Dbrand's website a black version of the DualSense controller, which reminds me, going back to the Super 5 custom retro controllers, the DualSense controller has to be completely disassembled during the conversion process, which means the standard hardware warranty provided by Sony is void. The console, however, will still be covered as only the side plates are being customized. That is how they were able to make a black PlayStation 5 controller. They have to completely tear it apart and rebuild it. So thank you, Dbrand, for coming out with a product where we do not have to get a whole new unit in order to turn our PlayStation 5s black. Again, hopefully Sony releases a black version of the DualSense controller sometime soon. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.